But we're talking about, we're in a situation now that when we have a rush function, we have to have an alumni here. We don't have a choice. None of the other chapters do, but we do because Sigma Chi turns them in at every party for drinking. And the way the political situation of this university is, we need an alumni at a rush function that is not drinking, that can vouch for the boys and make sure they're done. Because they can lose bids. They can have bid cards pulled. They can even lose rush. Well, that's not fair. Well, no, it's not, but that's life. And we're not going to argue the point. I'm not going to discuss the point because we have gone and discussed and turned in and shown, and it doesn't matter. So now, instead of trying to put the horse before the cart, you know, we're just going to now do what we know we have to do. So that is something when people say, what can I do? You can come down here if you live in a 100-mile radius on a Tuesday and Thursday night, like some of us have, and be here at a party and just do. Just make sure the drinking isn't done, you know, and the boys understand that. We pretty much are past the other. Now the chapter for the boys of the fall of 2007, 8, 9, and 10, I'm going to tell you where the money went. You're sitting on it. Every band party you had was paid for. Every piece of food you ate was paid for by us. Because y'all could not get up yet to the standards of what you had to with national. So that was a hard hit for me when I had people that we paid for everything say, I didn't know where the money goes. Well, the money went because you were in a house. That's where the money went. And every band that you listened to, every time we had a catered event, we made sure that y'all just were able to have. Now, did we do that wrong? Probably, looking back. Because it didn't put you in a position of exception. But we're seeing now that it has worked out because some of them are coming back and are active in the Zeta of the alumni side, okay? So the money went. The last thing that the Alumni Association helped pay for are three things. The major money went for the furnishings of this house, which is about $75,000 to $80,000. But y'all didn't pay all of it because you quit giving. So that $20,000, about $16,000 went to John, I paid for. So I did it on my own. I'm glad I did it. I don't regret one moment. Because I don't think I'm throwing money away. I think I'm building an investment for the future. I do it for the names like Charlie Adams and Bob Coughlin and Bob Powell and my friends. You know, the ones that we got from the fraternity. That's why I give to the fraternity. I don't give to the fraternity just because I belong to Chi Alpha. I give to the fraternity because the men that are sitting in this room that are my brothers. That if I had not worked and not given and not did, boys, some of these boys on this couch right in front of you would not be here today. The chapter would have fallen. They're worth every dime. Never been a bad investment. When you see a young man leave here, they graduate, they marry, they have a family. You can't ask for anything more, and they come back. The sheet is pretty self-explanatory, but I'll go over it easily. These were the deposits and the payouts. A lot of that last year was the 40th anniversary. So the Houston printing, the deposit for 151 was one of the first one of the deposits we had to do. The post office was for mailing. We had to go back and print again because we did not have enough invitations for the 40th. So we had to mail them again. The decorations for 151. The 500 was another payment down on the building there. The ball payment was another $250. And then the last ball payment was $300. And that paid off. Now, did our dues get that? No, not all of your dues did because there was money given by others. But you will not see on here, when brothers wrote checks for the 40th to come, it was written and put in the housing board, and that's what helped pay for food and all of that. Because most of what we charged the brothers were that came back last year was for the food, some of the building, for the band. We had to pay for that because I think the building total was right at $2,400, and then we had damages. And I want to say this to the active Zeta. not a thing that was damaged that night happened by the actives. Every bit of it was done by alumni.
What was that?
Damages? How do you?
There were damages.
Like what?
Something broke up.
But that in all was broke.
Yeah, that's true.
Like just crazy stuff, or broke on its
It
own?
was just stuff that got broken.
I mean, we're pretty mature people. How do we break stuff at an alumni
When
function?
you get on top
I
of
believe we have some that not
it,
pretty
we just stand down and we have a brother that's drunk and wants to cut up and act an alumni and kicks a pot that's a very expensive, two expensive standing pots were $1,000 a piece.
And where's his check? Where is his check?
Now the boy that did break the bench, the brother that did pay for it, I had him pay for it that night off his credit card. But what I'm saying is, none of this came from the actives. The actives behaved themselves wonderfully that night. They were drunk, some of them, but I've never known a Lambda Chi at a function that pretty rare or not. So, but to be their age and to get to do that, they really enjoyed the fact, because for some of you that did not get to come, it was probably the first time in the history of this chapter since the charter that many charter members were back together under one roof. Wouldn't you say, Howard? Since the night that we got chartered and all that, we had the highest percentage of the first 21 or so that went through ever.
There are some people there I hadn't seen since 1976.
Yep.
So
All right, we do a senior gift every year, and that is an engraved. How many of you guys got that when you started it? It started after we got to the house. It's an engraved glass that's old-fashioned. It has Lambda Chi Alpha and the Sigma Tau numbers underneath it. We had to do a house repair in May after school, and I had to do some lamp repairs. Summer Rush, we helped with food at one of the functions. We did the printing for something that we've done as a tradition for the chapter. Since they came back and we were able to give formal bids, we do the printing of the bids, which we're lucky because we do enough of them that the boys, we used to do enough of them that they would hold, but for some years when they've had huge rush classes, we could go through 100 in 2 years. We had to reprint this year for them. And then the Lambda Chi House bill, they did not know this, but by accident, they had, when Pearson then paid off the last of the $2,000 of furniture that was owned, she called me and they had missed a bill for something, and we wrote it because the boys did step up and they made the payment on the last. The total for outtake last year was $3,243.61. The money in plus what was left over from 2014 was $4,923.50, and the balance is $1,679.89 in the account. The only other thing that I have to let you know is that money came from 32 brothers until the end. You get 15 to 16.
Yeah, usually every month by PayPal until this month, we had consistently 15 brothers.
And then I get
but there are a
about,
few more than that give early in the year.
yeah, and we get some. I get some early 120 checks, and then the rest I get through the year. The boys that have been given through their banks that come to us to go into fund. I get the money. The money's put in at the end of the month for me. Then we get Tad's check that's put in the beginning of the month from the month before, so we know where we stand. Tommy's called and we told what we've gotten done. We moved the checking account out of Ken Bailey's hand about 2 years ago, a year or so ago. We had to move it because he had found a woman, he was in love, he was married, and he knew nothing. So we decided since Tommy and Josh Silent, our in Dothan, we called Tad, John, David, all the ones who said, let's get the books so we can have them with us if we need them.
Can you explain what you explained to me the other day about how many we used to have giving?
We just did that.
No, did you give the total number?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, we got the total. Hey, Keith. But I think a lot of it is, I don't feel it's a complacency among the alumni. I just think that when you were active for so many years and you come back and they have the fraternity house that you maybe could have dreamed the big antebellum-looking two-story brick with columns, and you hear the chapter is running this median number, but y'all have to stop and think. The cost of school is more, the cost of living here is more. They pay more to national, they pay more on their, I mean, it's gone up. Insurance, so this year, we have gotten to a point that we've talked to the older housing board members and alumni board members.
$10 fine.
Yeah.
Just go on.
I gotta take this out.
I thought it was $100. Ron,
David, talk.
All right. From the active side, we've got 68 brothers, and we have 25 associates currently. All right. All the guys are doing a good job. They really knocked their national dues down, or debt, I would say, down. We owe right at $4,000. Everybody, this is Pierce, in case you don't know, he's our outlet.
If I haven't met y'all, my name's Pierce Scott.
I've asked him to sit in because he also knows all the financial side. Watson's running behind, so I've asked him to sit in just to make sure the numbers I relay are right on point. They owe right at $4,000 nationals, which will be paid on Tuesday, correct? Pierce has been pretty diligent about following the emails. Someone actually hacked into his and to Watson's, which actually worked out as a blessing for us because we now found out we have almost a $10,000 credit fixing to hit our account, which is going to help us be able to pay nationals off. So that's a good thing. Now, we literally found this out yesterday, the day before. Otherwise, you know, they were kind of biting their nails. I know when y'all were here, well, I don't know about when y'all were here, but I know when some of the younger guys were here, you know, it's pulling teeth trying to get guys to pay. Nationals actually went up 5% across the board on everything. Currently, it's $210 a person. Now, that's not counting associates that have an additional $300, if you will, depending on, it's either $200 for one semester or $100 for another, depending if it's fall or spring. So, but regardless, you're going to write a $210 check if you're a guy here to nationals. Catch you up and have nationals paid off to you. So, I mean, they went up 5%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're talking about college kids, it's like, you know, okay, that's an extra, $60, $20. Oh, that's a case of beer. All right, I mean, or yeah.
All things relative.
All things relative. With that being said, I mean, we're basically 100 strong. Really good kids. We have a couple of knuckleheads, but then again, who doesn't? The stuff that happened a couple weeks ago, these guys have busted their ass hard language. I'm extremely proud of them. Extremely proud. I'm going to ask y'all, as an alumni to alumni, when you go up on that quad today, after we do this and have our little luncheon, please go hang out with them. They've got a tent up there. Yes, they have cold beer. Use a cup. I know you're all grown men, but I'm trying to get it passed on to these guys. Use a cup. We all didn't have social media like they do now. I mean, they take a picture and the guy's 20 years old. Woods can tell you. George Taylor, Nationals, they watch our feed. They see a kid that's 19, 20 years old with a beer can, and they are calling. Just use a cup. It helps us immensely pass it on to these guys to understand why.
If by any chance there's anybody here that does Twitter or anything like that, you do a hashtag Lambda Chi. Anything that's hashtag Lambda Chi, they can see it national. Whether you're old enough to drink or not, if there's somebody in the picture that's not of age and you post it, you in effect hurt the chapter.
So that's all I ask is just use a cup. We have cups.
We need to get the message.
Use a cup.
Where the cups?
And that's a $250 fine. All jokes aside, please, just use a cup. We've got it.
I didn't see the cups.
It's under the bar.
can they see our new website?
Sir?
They can't see our new website, right?
Not that I'm aware. That's a problem.
It just depends if you were smart enough not to hashtag or put something on there that would say Lambda Chi. Because I'm so used to
You should
saying
lock that down completely. You should be able to completely lock that down.
we are, but I just.
Using
Yeah, don't use hashtags.
I mean, I don't even use hashtags. I'm be honest with you.
Even if you don't, last
Hashtag, whatever it is.
last night when I put pictures up, it automatically found about 20 people who I didn't know the names of, and it automatically tagged them from what it already knew. So
Well,
Facebook can do it by itself.
Got me on yours. And he said, man, he rode by, so I wish he waited today because they worked hard on these letters in the
Yeah, they did.
the hill. I think it's awesome. I mean,
I just took some out there just now.
good.
So.
The other thing, from a housing standpoint, these guys, that's 24 rooms or 24 beds. It's $21.50 a bed. All right, so the university's definitely making money. But myself, Pierce, and the treasurer and the housing manager, we met with Herb Reeves yesterday. Because every summer, we've asked before, and actually Woods asked the last time, he said, look, they're not using the house. Why do we have to pay for a house that's not being used? Well, the way the stipulations read, you've got 24 beds over 2 semesters, and then you've got the summer that you have to pay for, which is, the summer rate's a lot less. But for round figures, it's about $7,000 for the summer. So we were sitting there with Herb yesterday, and I said, Herb, here's what I don't understand. You're worried about the big number. That's the number you need. That's correct. I said, well, let us figure out how to hash it out. So while we were sitting there, we said, okay, it's $21.50. Take the summer part and spread it across both semesters. It's going to go up $123 a room per semester. That's pennies when these guys are trying to figure out how to get 6 people in here or come up with $7 grand.
Yeah.
So I'm letting y'all know that's something that Woods is going to help put before the housing committee because that's something we're going to have to vote on. I'm talking to these guys about it tomorrow night because they're ultimately the ones going to foot the burden. Now, granted, most of them have scholarships that it pays for, but I'm letting y'all know the conversations that we're having. All right. To me, it's a lot easier. Why the other attorneys haven't come up with it, I don't know. Don't really care. I'm more worried about us not having to worry about trying to foot $7,000 in the summer when all these guys are trying to go home and work to make money to pay dues, pay for college. We probably have more guys here now that pay their own way than when I was here. A lot of guys, when I was here, their parents paid their way. We have more guys that are having to work full time, go to school full time to pay their own way. We've got 4 guys, of which I know you've told Tad a couple guys about too. We've got a couple more guys that squared away, great gentlemen. I mean, constantly work, don't get to come around much, but they're great brothers. I mean, they'll do anything to keep your shirt off their back. That's the guys I like. So, if you see these cats, man, pick them up. Talk to them. Don't wait for them to come to you because y'all been in their shoes before. Who's gonna walk up to a total stranger? I will. I got the gift of gab. I love to talk. So, just walk up to them, talk to them, let them know who you are. Hell, take them to lunch. They'll go to lunch, I promise you. That's a free meal. I was talking to Woods the other day.
You have a friend.
These guys, I promise you, my wife and I go out, and it's within 30 minutes. I look over my shoulder, she's just laughing. She's like, well, there's such and such. I'm like, holy crap. And it was weird. He's like, it's about $250 a month on average. And it is. But it's what you do. I mean, you have a good time with the guys.
Well, to piggyback on that, I was kind of helped Doug yesterday, and I know the guys, the actors that played golf with us yesterday, really appreciate it. I want to thank Tad, Joe Harrell, Bob Markey, Wynn, Sid, Henson, the guys that picked up some tab yesterday for the actors to play golf. I think they really enjoyed getting out there and hanging out with us for 3 or 4 hours.
That went a long way with these guys.
So the one thing, I know that was a small thing yesterday, it was $20, $30 a piece, but for Doug asked me to mention thank all y'all that stepped up yesterday and let those 7, 8 guys come play golf with us. I think they really enjoyed it. But I guess on that's the little kind of stuff we can do. It's not too much on out of our pocketbooks that we can come down if you're in town or come by and help them out, all stuff like that. And if just what they said, I came down and helped the summer party. I came in the night before, got the house cleaned up, helped them set up. They had a beach theme thing. They had sand completely covering that concrete down there in the back patio. They had the stages set up. I got the food going. I had to get back with some more stuff Saturday afternoon and Woods. But I just came to stay till lunch and help the guys get everything, because there's knowledge we can drop on them that they don't know. That you may know little stuff like Daniel. I know you said something about doing the website stuff. These guys may not know how to lock down a website. You have that knowledge to do that kind of stuff. So don't always think it's just about giving cash out of your pocket. sometimes it's just as easy as being around and helping them learn how to do stuff. I know Henson said this morning, you know, he says he gets calls every week about how do I iron clothes, how do I cook lunch.
2 weeks ago.
Okay, you know, there may be some knowledge that you guys have about stuff, whether it be finances or life in general, just little skills like that. We can be of assistance to them only for a short time when we're down here.
David, I've got one question. Where do we stand with National now as far as the probation and all
We
that
made
stuff?
grades in the past two. I'm super pumped about that. I mean, 2.75 on last semester, and the semester before that was 2.8, something like that.
I think so.
They
Okay.
made them back to back. I mean, they're doing really well with that. We're not on probation. We're not even on any type of suspension. Matter of fact, I talked to George a couple weeks ago. I don't know if Woods has talked to him since then, but you know, last time I talked with George, things are headed in the right direction. The universities actually, they've written me an email saying, hey, we've seen a nice change. The guys are more respectful. I'm hearing it from my daughter. Actually goes to school here. She's in Alabama. I hear from them. You know, that your cats, they're doing a good job. And I'm like, it's not my cats, it's these guys. But they're doing a real good job. I'm super proud of them. Again, we've got some knuckleheads. Let's just be honest. Most of them hang out with wind, but.
Wait, that's
Let's get back those SIDS.
that's the fact go back to me. That's not.
I'll take that. I stayed on the couch last night. I ain't in your
But I mean, all jokes aside, we're in pretty good standings with the national side.
Good.
How are the numbers come this year compared to recent years?
I came back about a year ago. I took over High Five February 14th. So I can only tell you what I see right now. We're still in the 100 range. And I think last year we were 115.
No, it's better than 15.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, I can tell you when I was here we had 37. So.
How big did we ever get? What was the largest? Anybody know?
You know how big the largest, like the largest we've had here, like total brotherhood and associates.
Daniel, if I'm not mistaken, when Daniel was active and emailed us about the chapter in trouble, there were maybe 14, and you had about 6 on the edge that didn't come around. Yeah, and then Jordan was already in grad school, so when we came to the chapter over, we got the 12, 1 walked out and left, but we had 11 stay. We pulled the 6 that were not that active back in, and Jordan stepped up and paid dues. He had done 4 years worth, and he came back as a grad school and helped us at that rush. And
What year was that?
Put through
A 7.
32. Put through 32.
Yeah.
Well, we got
Put
25.
through 32 that year.
But I
No,
think
y'all put in 28.
28.
I had 30, yeah, 30 and then 28 on this
We
year.
had one quit literally as he walked in the house.
We've had one do that.
He walked up to the door.
Well,
and he walked out.
That was the lowest, but I have a few things that, there's some things that have been going on also the last month that all of you don't know about. Some of you do, because you were contacted personally. We have 2 brothers that have gone through a situation that are excellent guys. They're juniors, they're leaders. They have no funds. They're just none. One, the father walked out and left the family. He's not paying for either one of the kids in college, and the mother has not worked, and what she's making, so the boy is in a hard curriculum here at school.
He's in medical.
I'm a medical. I did get in touch with some brothers, and they've given the checks to help pay catch him up. The other brother is in the same situation. The parents, things have just really fallen apart with the parents' jobs, their life. They both were always pretty active with all their dues. They both make high grades. So one we've taken care of, and we decided that we were just going to open it, that if you wanted to give to this other boy who is a junior,
He's also the medical side. He's on the biology side.
right, just you would write a check and you come see me, okay? And I'm going to write your name down. We've already got one boy. I think we got, because the other check is coming in for him. He will be caught up. The other boy has asked that, he never asked. He didn't want to take it. And I had to talk to him. He's about $1,000 behind. But he's got a job now besides going to medical, working full time and paying for everything here. If we can catch him up, he feels that he can handle the dues the next 3 more semesters that he's got. You can give what you want. I'm gonna tell you though, when you do your check of money, I will tell you then who that boy is. But, and when you put some money where, you know, that is. But we've not announced either boy's names. We've done it, the one that got this check that's coming today, that you gave for, like, you know, we gave last night for him. He just brought, because he came to turn his opinion.
Well, you said 1,000 for one, but how much were we talking for the others, more or less?
There's one guy that's 970, there's one guy that's 1170, there's another guy that's 1263. That's the, and which you don't know about him. Man, it breaks my heart talking about that guy. I mean, he just went through, and he's got a 4.0. Great kid, does odd jobs trying to pay his rent. I really like that guy, but he's struggling, and his family done the same thing. I mean, I don't get it. A squared away kid making 4.0, busting in the rear end, and having to work full time. No, that's crap. I mean, if I could meet his dad, I'd probably tell him the same thing. A few different words, but I don't understand it. So, but all in all, yes, those three guys. Now some of the other back dudes, that's just some seniors that are now the alumni status that, quite frankly, just need to be pulled up out of the bootstraps. And tell them, hey, you've got an obligation, let's get to it. The ones we were just talking about,
The two I'm talking about has a longevity with us. They were in their junior year. They are in they're halfway through. And one of them had pulled his way up until both of them had pulled their way. Well, the one that we did today has pulled his way up until this summer, G's and this. The other one,
biggest Christian guy you'll ever meet.
never has had a drink. Doesn't drink, doesn't talk about brothers. This is awesome. For y'all that were there, he's a lot like Tommy was, bedside when we were active. Just outstanding, lives his faith, no judgmental. The other young man, so that's what we got. And I know that some of you can't. I do understand that. But there are boys that just do not have the fathers and mothers that some of us have. You know? And I just want y'all to pray about if you want to. And we're going to see what we gather today for the second boy. And then after that, I've had 3 alums walk up and just say, when all said and done, and the guys will give a little, they'll give or whatever, come back to me, I'll write a check.
Here's the next question. What's that total that they're behind? What's that going to carry them up to? Is that just going to catch them up, or is that a...
That will catch them up. Now, the one they're talking about, there's going to be a struggle there always because he's having to pay for everything. He just got initiated last semester. The other two, the one in med school, he will probably have to help next semester, but we've caught him up. The other boy, if we can just catch him up to 1,000 and something, he has a job, he can make his way on. They just all got the rug pulled out from underneath them, and I would hate to see a chapter with 700 alumni not help 3 guys.
All right, Tad, how much is my ticket?
Huh?
How much is my ticket? Now you got to tell me.
$2,400.
Okay. I'll do a tenth of that. How much is my ticket?
$125.
All right, $125. Tab won't let me pay the $125. So
All I need you to do is, I don't want to.
I don't know what the total, but I mean there are a lot of people here. I'll give that ticket plus some.
Well, just come and see me. We won't talk about that. Okay?
All right.
Because I'm not letting people know what people give, and plus that won't mean nothing to me till we can talk and I can write it down. Because there are no more taking dues at any event. Y'all all know how to mail, and you know how to do it. Today, because between here and before 11:30, I will take money because I have something to write with. But all these years of people walking up and handing me a cash and check, very selfish. I'm sorry. We've worked all year, our butts off, and we're having to work, and we're having all you could have done if mailed it. And I don't think it's fair to David or us here to have to try to keep up with everybody's funding when you could have mailed it 3 days before you came or sent it through a bank. I'm not being ugly, but we're going to make this a bit, I want to get it so we can do, because it's been times I've lost checks here and I've had to take the money out of my account to make sure your time was covered.
So if it does help, I know with today's technology, we do have the ability, and we can take it through a phone on his. We've got that service on his, but if you want to punch it in.
Well, we don't have to do that anymore. We've got PayPal through him that we can take.
If they wanted to give today,
Yeah, we can give and take.
Anybody who wants to give in 1 minute on their phone can give.
We got a lot of stuff to cover, and we got a short time to do it.
I got one other thing.
Go ahead.
The university has also told the guys that in the spring, by the spring, which we feel should be by rush, they're actually, and it's going to be everybody on the road, they're going to be putting up nice fences around everywhere, so we'll get rid of all this orange looking crap. They're going to have the actual steps coming down each side, which would be nice.
Yes.
So they found out wind was going out, so you can't break it. So, but they're supposed to have that in there.
Really? Every time?
But just to let y'all know, so that's something to look forward to when you come back the next time. So before I step out, let Woody take back over. Y'all got any other questions for me regarding the active side or the associates? Cool deal. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Dave.
If you need anything, let me know. Use a cup, please. Thank you.
Woods, about a year ago, might be other people too. I sent money to get brick put down.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
About a year ago, I don't know if it's anybody.
I can't hear, guys. Please be quiet. I can't hear Jim. He's talking right here to me. Go ahead, Jim.
About a year ago, I sent money in to get the brick put down. It wasn't much, $100 or something.
I had nothing to do with brick fund.
Yeah, that's all done through the university.
Tell me what I do to get that.
Call the university and
Call the
ask.
university, ask the brick fund.
Yeah, that's all through the university.
I knew it was, but I didn't know what to do.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, what you could do is you could go over to the alumni house today
Okay.
and talk to Faith Ward, ask her,
Okay.
and she can get you in contact with the right folks.
Yeah, if you go to the Alumni House, it's $25 a year for the Alumni Association, and you get quite a bit back, including 20% off anything at the bookstore. So you could probably make one purchase and probably get your money back. We went over there yesterday.
Hate you.
Okay, we know what that means. Back to
It breaks everything.
back to due start for 2016 January the 1st. So if you've not paid your 2015, they need to get in. And then after that, we start with 2016. On the recurring, you can get with Brother Tad or Tracy Dillard is online, and they can get you set up to do the recurring out every month. So that's easily taken care of. And I know I haven't had 100 brothers tell me they've been doing that for years, and they don't even know they even lost the $10. So, and it has. Here's what we are. We called Alumni and Housing Board people to see. On the Alumni, Josh Schall is staying ahead of that this year, and Tommy's going to stay ahead of Bedsole of Housing. Tad Dillard and John Rogers are staying on Housing Board. We've got, and